the streaming already? Okay. Oh, I'm gonna do these. Already? I know, don't.
Funny.
I'm shy. Tristan, just let me know when we can start. Go, good? All right, everybody, shall we get started? All right, today is first Tuesday of February, and we are here for Ruby Tuesday KL 104, brought to you by Ruby Brigade and the Ruby Malaysian community and engineers My. You can find us on Facebook, Meetup, GitHub, Ruby Brigade, Discord, and everywhere else. And today, the venue and the food is sponsored by our friends from Forkwell by Groves, a career discovery platform. And I'm going to invite my friend here, Ruby, to talk a little bit about Forkwell. Please. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so I'm going to use the mic because my voice is quite soft. Okay, great. So, how was the food? Was the food okay? I purposely made sure you guys can get pizza, so we got some catered food. I hope you enjoyed the food. But I would like to do first a big thanks to Helio because he's been always organizing all these Ruby meetups, and it takes a lot of dedication and initiative to do it. So just a big hand for Helio.
Thank you.
Okay, so me and my team are here from Forkwell. Forkwell is actually a Japanese company. And we expanded into Malaysia. So what we do is that we connect software developers to the right companies. So we have some fun facts about Forkwell, okay? So we actually have one of the largest software developer communities in Japan, and we have the infamous Yukihiro Matsumoto, the creator of Ruby. He is one of our advisors to the company. So that's a fun fact. We've also had DHH. The Malaysia team managed to get a fireside chat with one of our Japanese developers, and that's pretty cool. So you can check it out on YouTube as well if you just search for Forkwell. And if you go to the next slide, so our community is over 85,000 developers. In the past, we've helped support Women Who Code Malaysia, Google Cloud Malaysia, KLJS Malaysia, the Laravel community, NASA Hackathon, and also we, as a recruitment company, it's quite unusual, but we actually created a hackathon to combat COVID back in 2020. And a lot of people got onto it because it was before the Facebook hackathon. So we had MTech supporters, Microsoft APAC, even DigitalOcean and AWS gave us credit for it. So it was pretty cool. We had like 500 participants. So that's just a bit about what we do. So if you go to the next slide. So here today we try to showcase our new social platform. This is kind of to support you guys. So it's pretty obvious what it is. Malaysia Tech Pay Gap. We have a lot of software developers in our database. We speak to about 100, 200 every week. So we've had that permission to kind of give us insights of their salary, their job, and tips in their career. So if you go to the next slide. So this is just an example of our social media page. So this is an associate QA engineer. As you can see, she's a female. She's 24, she's Malay, and her experience is about 2.5 years, and her salary is around 4,000 plus, okay? And her work setting is hybrid. So this is her tech stack, her responsibilities, and here are some tips for her career progression. So she said that it's good to stay updated on industry trends and testing methodologies. And if you see the next one, we have a product manager. If you go to the product manager, we have a male who's 31. He's Chinese, 2.5 years experience, and he's earning 8,000. And his work setting is hybrid. You have his responsibilities, and here are his tips is again staying up to date with market trends. So we'll be posting on our Instagram page continuously all kinds of software developers from PHP to Flutter and everything else. Okay? So please follow us if you go to the next slide. Yeah, so if you just scan the QR code, you can follow us on Instagram. We have stickers to him out as a big thank you. And we also have quite a lot of PhD positions that are open, and we have reviewer positions as well. So if you're interested in job opportunities, you can talk to me or my teammates for more opportunities. Okay? Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ruby. All right, let's get going here. All right, forward from Forkwell and Ruby. So let me introduce myself. My name is Helio. I'm one of the organizers of Ruby Malaysia group. And one reminder, if you are online in a comment in a chat, your profile name, picture, and comment may show up on the screen and be recorded. So act accordingly. We go by the Ruby Lang Code of Conduct. So remember to treat each other nicely. And I want to wish a speedy recovery to our friend Hassanin Ahmed. He was scheduled to talk here today to you guys, but he got a small little injury and was not able to come. But hopefully he's going to be ready for next month. And I am going to talk to you guys a little bit today about a story about emails. And there's going to be a little bit of a demo at the end. And I hope you guys get ready to send emails. I'm going to ask you guys to send some emails. And I'll tell you what the destination address should be. All right, let me get to my presentation. A story about emails. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Helio. I've been working with software development for like 23 years. And for the past 13 years, I work with Ruby on Rails. Those are the links where you can find me on the internet. Here's a little agenda for my talk: a story, handling inbound emails, demo email providers, and action mailbox. So a story. But before I start, please raise your hand if you like to hear stories. All right, I'm glad you all like to hear stories because I'm going to tell one to you guys. Once upon a time, I built my own email system. Yeah, I wrote my DNS server and I designed the protocol. And then I wrote an email server and implemented the DNS protocol that I designed for doing name resolution. And then I wrote an email client. So that email client could talk to the email servers and send a message between email clients. It was designed to only send encrypted messages. It was designed. But I had no plans to write my own encryption algorithm. And everything was command line, Linux command line interface. It was chaotic. Demoing, it was complicated. Any server could become at google.com. Multiple servers could say they are at google.com and issue at google.com email addresses. That's what I built. It looked like this. So I had a DNS at the top, and then my DNS protocol that I designed, and then I had servers here that could connect to that. And in my picture, I did not use everything google.com, but this email server was mydomain.com. This email server is yourdomain.com, and this is like herdomain.com. And these people here were like us, right? And these was like you at mydomain.com and me at mydomain.com. These were all people with their own email addresses and their own domain addresses. So that is the email server that I built. And do you want to hear the crazy part of this? It just worked. You could message those people on those email addresses. You could talk to other people and send messages. It was just text messages. no attachment, no videos, no nothing. But you need to be extremely good with Linux and command line script. Remember, for me to demo these, is like I had to open one shell script and run my DNS server. And then I open another shell script and I run one email server for mydomain.com. And then I open another shell and I log in as Helio at mydomain.com. And then I open another shell and I sign in the email client as somebody else at mydomain.com. And then I can send a message between Helio and somebody else. The encrypted messages, at some point, I decided it was phase 2. And the message was on plain text. I did not encrypt anything. And I was a student at the university trying to finish my bachelor's degree. So I had this thing about email for a really long time. If any of you guys here is younger than 23 years old, this story was before you were born. If you were under 30 years of age, any one of you here, you're like 7 years old when this story happened. So let's fast forward now 1.5 decades. And one day, this thing popped up on my feed. Rails 6 Action Mailbox, Action Text, multiple database, parallel text, Webpack by default, exactly. By the way, I gave a talk here about multiple DBs. Today I'm talking about Action Mailbox. When I saw that, was like, my mind was exploding. This is not clear, this is my head. And so this is what was going on in my head when I saw that post. At that time, my Rails app was already sending emails out, and they're like, now I can receive inbound messages, emails on my Rails app? And I was like, I must build another email system. So, and then after I decided I need to build another email system, it's like, okay, which features I should do? What's going to be my MVP? What's going to be my proof of concept? These were like back in 2019 when I saw that message, or maybe a little after. I don't remember how long it took from that message to be posted and I found out about it, but it was somewhere 2019, 2020. So this was before Hey means hey.com, like that email thing that DHH and Jason built. This was before that. But I'm pretty sure those folks at Basecamp and 37 Signals, they were already planning some email system when they released Action Mailbox open source as part of Rails. But anyway, so now we live in a world since 2019 where your Rails application can handle inbound and outbound emails. And over the 2023-2024 New Year's break, right, I was thinking to myself, what I am going to talk on the Ruby Tuesday in February? It was like, I need to prepare something. So guess what's the idea that I had? Emails. I'm going to talk about emails. I'm going to talk about inbound emails. And that's the story that I wanted to talk to you guys here today. Now that the story is over, let's get to handling inbound emails. So I'm going to give you a little bit of overview what my inbound email application looks like. And the building blocks, DNS service provider, and rules, email delivery services, and Grok for local development, and a Rails app. I can't. I'm not. Okay, so I'm not going to show you too much of the code of my app because there's some proprietary stuff there. There's like 5 apps bundled in a single app, like a super monolith. So, but we'll do some real demo here. But here's the high-level overview of what I've been building, what I wanted to build for this meetup. So it's you, and you're on your desktop, in your mobile phones, and it's me on my phone, my laptop, and you're going to send me a message, and you're going to say, can you hear me, or just text me, or whatever. And then that message is going to be sent to the cloud, right? When you get your email, you press send. It goes all to the cloud. There is first a DNS rule to find out which IP to talk about, which IP that email server does, but we're not going to get into that. That message gets to a mail server, and then that mail server is going to go to your Ruby application. That logo is Ruby Malaysia, one of the Ruby Malaysian logos, and that's the one that I like to use every time I put a Rails app in my demos. And then, I think there should be one more arrow here. There we go. That's my Ruby on Rails app. And then I'm going to receive that message. The message is going to go to my Ruby on Rails app. Okay, hold on, don't email now. That's not the email address that I'm going to demo. I mean, if you send a hi to hackhods.me, I'm going to receive it, but that's not the demo today. It's going to go to production somewhere. It's not going to come on this terminal here. But anyway, so that's kind of the high level overview what I'm talking about, right? You have your Ruby on Rails application, and you're going to receive inbound emails from anywhere from anybody in the world. So here are the building blocks, right? Namecheap.com, that's the DNS provider that I use for all my stuff. And we need MX rules for the email, and we need CNAME rules for the domain authentication. So I hope you can see that. This is what a screenshot from my Namecheap account. And then I have here 2 MX rules. So you see these are custom MX, and I'm using SendGrid as my email service provider. And then here I have 2 hosts. I have @ which is the production one that handles my hackhods.me email address. And then I have the dev. I mean, @ goes to production somewhere, right? And dev, where does dev go? To my dev machine. So here are the CNAME records. I'm kind of hiding some stuff here. But when you're setting up these inbound emails, you need these CNAME records, these CNAME DNS rules, so you can validate your domain. So SendGrid, before SendGrid can allow you to receive inbound emails, you need to validate like you own that email. And this is what that looks like, what you need to do on your DNS provider. All right, email delivery services. There's 2 that I've been wanting to poke around with. SendGrid is what I already have implemented in this Rails application, but I want to poke around the Postmark app as well. Pretty soon I'm going to be supporting each of them. Now SendGrid. So let's look into that. There's 2 things that I mentioned: domain authentication and inbound email webhooks. So once you authenticate your domain, you see that's kind of what you're going to do, right? dev.hac-rods.me, hackhods.me. And then when you set up the domain, this is what it looks like on SendGrid. These are SendGrid. I'm configuring, authenticating my domain. So then it gives me all these rules. Those are the ones that I showed in the previous slide that I had on Namecheap. So once you create all these CNAME rules, your domain is authenticated. You see, dev.hackhods.me. So the domain is verified. After that, you can create an inbound email webhook. And this is what it's going to do, right? So when you're trying to create an inbound email, you put a subdomain and a domain. And then here's the URL for your application, where SendGrid is going to send that inbound email to you. There's 2 options here: check incoming email for spam and post a raw for full my message. I'm not using these now. At some point, I may decide to do these, but for now, for this demo, that's not. I'm not using that. So that's your inbound email. And then now let's look into ngrok. How many of you guys here know or have used ngrok before? All right, I have one hand raised up there. So ngrok is like a I don't know what they are, but what I use, they do a bunch of stuff. But basically, what I use ngrok for is to get a public domain routed to my laptop. So when I run, and now they have like a static domain and they used to only have ephemeral domain, but now they have static domain. So every time I run this ngrok, this URL is mine. You see, Janet enabled guppy ngrok-free.app. And then here 80 is the port that your HTTP server is running. So here is a screenshot of ngrok running. So every time you run that, every time someone posts this URL that was there, it gets routed back to my laptop. So when I go on SendGrid, SendGrid needs to send me a message that's going to arrive at my laptop. I use that URL. So then in my demo for inbound emails, you're going to send an email, it's going to get to my SendGrid account, and then the SendGrid is going to like, oh, this email is for dev.hackrods.me. Here is the URL that I need to post that message to. And then that message is going to land on my laptop. And then there you go. That's the end of the demo. So that's what I use in Grok for. It's definitely, they have a good free account, set of free services, really good, really useful. I use that for a long time. So here is now my Rails application. So I'm going to receive that inbound message from SendGrid, and it's like this. So basically what you need is you need a controller on your application and a route, and then you need a model to store the message. In my little Rails app, I have like two entities. I have a mailbox, and then mailbox has a bunch of messages, and a mailbox is what is going to define that email address. When you send an email to dev.hackrods.me, it's going to land on a specific mailbox. If you send it to anything else other than hi or Helio, there is a catch-all mailbox. That domain is going to receive everything. And then that message gets stored in the database. You guys ready for a demo? So remember, whatever you write in the text messages, we're going to show up here. So just say, hey, hi, test, 1, 2, 3. Don't say anything mean, just say nice, like a smiley face or something like that, okay? And whatever you send here, we're going to show here on the screen. And it's going to be recorded live on the demo and broadcast the whole world. It's going to be on YouTube tonight. All right, you guys ready? All right, so now here's where I ask you. Open your cell phones and send a message, an email. It's not a WhatsApp, it's not a Slack, Discord, or anything, to hi@dev.hack. Make sure you spell it right, HAC-rods.me. Like there's big here. And then as soon as you guys get started, we're going to see some stuff popping up here. All right, I'm going to send a message here from my phone as well, just in case I already done this demo like a dozen times. This app is running in production. Whatever is running here on my laptop is running in production with some domains, but I'm not going to tell you which ones. So, but I get some other spawns there already. So it took like 12 hours since I put this app in production for me to get my first span. All right, so I'm going to send hi, and okay. Oh, there you go. Someone sent something. Who sent that? Okay, let's see here. You see there's a bunch of stuff. Oh, no, just one message. Oh, maybe two more. Okay, all right. So let's take a look on the web how that. Oh, another one coming in. So the messages are coming in now. So this is my little app. This is just an admin interface that you see is running localhost 3000. And I'm looking at my email message. So if I refresh here, you should start. Did you guys send something nice? You didn't send hi, right? Just something nice, right? Oh, yeah, sure. Obviously, I'm going to lose that. And then, oh my gosh, close your eyes. Okay, so hold on. Let me do one thing.
Where's the passkey? Why are you?
What is passkeys? What is that?
2024.
What is that? Password?
Didn't you do what they call this? A presentation in Thailand about?
Oh, I just give a presentation everywhere about passkeys. Well, anyway, there you go. So you all seem to hide. So I'm not showing your email here. I kind of obfuscated that. And then someone said hi. Someone said heart and pray. And then there's hello, hi. Hello. Is that what? Oh, hello. Everybody's everywhere. I get a message. Hello. I think they're saying my name. So my name is Helio. It's like so inbound email demo dash 1 2 3. All right. Someone said hello world. Is that okay if I show you guys email address here? Is that okay? These are the real emails. So every one of you guys is sending emails from helio.com. So let me do one test here from my special email address. That's probably not that special, but not special. There's nothing special about it, but it's just just an email. Okay, let me see here. That's probably mine. Oh, look at that. That's my email, hey.com. Is that okay if I show you guys email? Whoever sent me messages, is that okay if I show your email? Huh? I hid your email, but I put like a little flag in here to display the email. It's hidden by default, but I can show your email. All right. Let me see. Yeah, that's not going to work, obviously. Oh, yeah, I'm spelled. It's show too. There we go. Helio. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. Cogno, Technolog, Tony Leon, Sam, Brian, MG Chen Hong, and one after. So, you guys want to try another email? I can send another one. I'm going to hide here now. We don't need to keep seeing the emails. So what's happening here is you guys are sending messages from your phones, from your Gmail, to that URL, to that email, hi@dev.hackhods.me. You're sending a real email address, and it's landing here on my laptop. So it's end-to-end. There is no trick here. So that's kind of what, that's this whole thing here, right? Remember, let me go back here to my presentation and the high-level overview, right? So that's what you were doing here. And you are sending some emails, it's going all the way over to the cloud. It's going to get to SendGrid. SendGrid is going to my Ruby application, and then I'm opening my Ruby application here. So that's kind of what you're seeing here. And I don't know yet what I'm going to do with these. I kind of have an idea, but anyway. I have a question in the back.
I have a question. What's the advantage of receiving the email on your app versus like having Gmail and using IMAP to just fetch new messages?
So the advantage is because this is the email server that I built. You know, I did that once in the past, and I'm just doing it again. But now this is on my web application. And if I open my production account of these, I have 25 emails registered there, and 12 of them are already in production. So 12 one of those, and I paid absolutely nothing. I mean, I paid my own cloud account, right? So my Rails app is running in production, and it's getting some of them. So I'm going after Gmail now. So I'm paying now $6 to Gmail for my actual company's email, and then pretty soon I'm going to move that. I'm going to save that money. I'm going to spend a million times more on my time, but anyway, I'm not going to do that. But I do plan to kind of build something with this thing. I don't know yet. I have an idea, but time will tell.
You basically put I+1 and then the domain. Like, would it still set the box?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking that. Let me see. Did I implement that? I don't think I implement that. But what's going to happen is, so here, usually I have mailboxes, right? So these are two mailboxes. I have a mailbox that's domain type on that URL. And I have these like an email mailbox, which is dev.helio. I can build a feature to strip that plus something and then deliver to these mailboxes. But I haven't built that yet. But right now, let's try to do that. I think what's going to happen here is that message, because I didn't build the Helio Plus something, it's going to land on the fallback on the domain mailbox. And in the future, you're going to be able to configure out this mailbox. If you send it to an unknown mailbox, I'm just going to reply back, hey, mailbox not found, like a typical email scenario, right? But right now, I don't reply, I don't send anything back. It's just so let's do a test. That's an interesting one. Thank you for asking. I'm going to try here. I'm going to say hi plus test at dev.hackrods.me. Test. Oh my gosh! If I should have built that because this demo would be perfect. But anyway, so let me send here. Let's see. It's gonna. Okay, just landed. Email messages. You see. Oh no! Look at that. I think I'm stripping that out. So it landed on the same mailbox. You see, if I look in here, so I created these nicknames of this mailbox, right? I have a mailbox that is the domain. Let me see. In Helio at hackrods.me. Oh no, it's landing. Everything's landing. Oh, there you go. That's hi. I didn't say Helio. So you see, all of these messages here is getting to the global domain-based mailbox. You see, this is the domain-based, and I have a Helio, not hi. So let me kind of change these to a hi, and let's do that again. So then what's going to happen? Oh, but then, no, I'm going to create a new one. Let me create a new mailbox that's called hi, and hi, just hi. This is a email, and this is hi at dev.tk.dev. So you guys can send to, if you want to send a message there to the other mailboxes, instead of hi at dev.tk, you can send to helio at dev. Oh, this is tk.dev. Okay, hold on, I'm kind of messing up all my domain here. It's dev at hackrods.me. So let me see if I got it right now. Yeah, helio at dev.hackrods.me. So now if I send that same message again, I think it's gonna land on the, global, on the domain base, not on the email, because it's like your domain, right, at yourcompany.com, and there we go. You see, it's still landed on the global one. So now if I send again another message at just hi at dev, okay, local email mailbox. I'm just standing here from my cell phone. There we go. You see, now this is the hi mailbox, the mailbox for that specific email address. And this is like the global one for the domain when I don't find these ones. So the plus is not implemented yet. But if you send now, you see, if you send it to if you send it to whatever at helio.com, it's gonna land in here. It's gonna show up here. Any more questions? Any more demo? You guys want to send something else? Don't send attachments. Don't send anything. I just showing the text message. I haven't implemented attachments yet. I do want in one day, maybe. So by the way, these messages are encrypted at rest because Postgres gives me that for free, so I didn't do anything. I just set up Postgres for encryption at rest. Not on my laptop, right? But in production, they are encrypted at rest. Anyway, all right, that's the demo. Any more?
I have a presentation that I just did now. If you want more,
What?
I didn't make it.
I'm sorry, what?
I have a presentation since Has couldn't make it.
Sure, absolutely. So
Use my phone because you have a better.
let me just finish mine here because, okay, right. So that's kind of what I wanted to show about the demo. So I again build my email server, my webmail, let me put that way. And so actual mailbox. So maybe next time I'm going to talk about actual mailbox. But for this message, for this demo, I'm not using actual mailbox. You don't actually need actual mailbox to receive inbound emails. The mailbox does some interesting stuff for you guys, for your Rails application. I do plan to set up actual mailbox, but it's not there yet. And don't have time to prepare a lot of stuff about the actual mailbox for today. But here's the documentation. You guys can check it out there. And this is it. Any question, comments? I got a thumbs up, my email.
Yes.
So, do you have a domain for your side project, for whatever, that you want to receive emails? Okay, so you can talk to me after. We can, we can get you set up in production, and you get your own email address, and you become my one of my beta testers. I appreciate. Yes.
Is it actually possible to use Gmail?
Yeah, you can sign up on gmail.com, or you can send your question to Gmail. I'm not a fan of Google.
My situation is
I'm just kidding.
I myself and my friend went into difficulty using Gmail for testing reasons, because we are using it. And then we ended up doing a lot of work trying to convince Gmail to send an email just for user sign. But then eventually we used Outlook. But I'm just interested to know if anyone has done it, because it looks like Gmail has some, I don't know if it's protection or whatever reason, it wasn't working.
Yeah, I'm not an expert in Gmail. I prefer to build my own, but I use Gmail a lot. But I don't know. I mean, you can point a Rails app to send through SMTP to Gmail. A long time ago, I think that was possible. I'm not sure if Google closed that, but if you have a Gmail account, you can find some settings so your Rails app can use your Gmail SMTP to send emails out.
I thought that.
Yeah. But this is for you to use Google as your SMTP to send emails out. Here, I'm not sending email out. I'm receiving inbound emails.
Yeah, but I mean, my question is not really exactly related, but my question is, I wonder if anyone here has done that, because I couldn't do it. So I was trying to figure out if it was me doing something wrong, or is it just something around the thing?
I think you can use G Suite instead. Usually, like, works a bit better. Yeah, the 3DM.
But do you want to send emails out using your Google SMTP account?
I don't want to use it for production environment, but I was using this difficulty when I was on the dev environment, just for testing. But
To send emails out, you can use SendGrid, Postmark, Mailgun, Mandu, a bunch of stuff like that. So your laptop, your Rails application, your laptop can send email out using an API key. All these email service providers, the ones that I use here, SendGrid and Postmark, they support outbound email. So your local Rails app can send outbound emails through these services, and you can sign up for free. SendGrid, like everything that I'm doing here, even in production, I'm not hitting SendGrid's limit. It's all on a free account. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. That's it what I have for you guys. Thank you for your time and your attention.
I'll use your microphone.
Okay.
So you just leave it there and then I'll plug this in.
Oh, you need that.
Unlike your MacBook, I have an actual HDMI port. So
Okay. Oh, this one has an HDMI port. Look at that.
yeah, why do you have to use the...
Oh, it came. She came from Ruby on her laptop, but
If it shows up.
So what do you want to, change the slide?
No, 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 no. I wanted to share my screen, but it's not showing up now. I think we broke it. Can I, maybe I can use it?
Yeah.
Does it have to be like this? What was the problem last time? Did we destroy it?
Searching HDMI1.
Maybe what I can do is we can just...
It's not production ready.
I think
Give you a hard time.
we broke this thing, so it's not working anymore.
There we go, it's coming. I think maybe it's
Is it not? Oh no.
oh,
Okay, well, while we're prepared.
it's coming.
Okay, then I'll share my screen and then you share your screen.
Yeah,
This thing is being
Okay, so
No, you go to StreamYard. Well, okay. Someone
StreamYard.
needs to hold this like this and then just maximize the screen. No, the bottom, not lower right. No. Lower right. See when it shows the reticle. Yeah, just go like that. Yes. And then what I will do is that so I'm sharing and then I'm. Okay, yeah, then it works.
okay.
Alright, so I'm going to be talking. So we've been talking a lot about hybrid working. So I've been doing a lot of hybrid work from home, work from here, not here from work, other branches, work from what do you call this, like cafes, anywhere with a Wi-Fi connection. And one of the biggest issues with working mobile is that you're a developer, you want a fast machine, but if you also want it portable, it's going to be very expensive. And then people get the MacBook, it's thin, but it's a lot less powerful than a desktop computer and all these things, right? So I'm going to show you what I've been using as a mobile developer. So what I'm using right now is this is called the GPT WinMax 2. It's the 2022 edition. They just renewed it with the 7840U, I think. But it's very similar in specs. It's just that this one has the Vega 3, I think, I forgot. No, RDNA 2. This one has the RDNA 3 graphics. This has 32 gigs of RAM. It also has these, what do you call this, covers, because you can actually game on that. It's 10.1, so it's a very nice machine, very portable. I think I brought the back. You can use this as a backpack. Very smart. It's powerful enough that I can run it. I can run my stuff locally. But what I really like right now is that I actually run all of my projects either at the home computer or at the work computer. So I'm going to show you what I've done. This is a Proxmox computer at home. It's running a Xeon 14-core 28-thread. 32 gigs of ECC RAM. So it's just running that, and it's running like an LXC. What I use for my workflow is this desktop. It's 11 Gen, 8-core 16-thread, running a VM. So you can't see this right now with VNC because it's actually connected to a monitor with a pass-through for graphics for acceleration. And this is how I would say combine portability with power, because I can run everything that I need, like whatever data crunching, whatever models, enough memory to run it. I'm not constrained with this laptop. So how do I do that securely, right? I run this thing called Tailscale. I'm not sure if anyone has heard about Tailscale. So it's one of these zero trust networks. This is a local VPN to all of my devices. So these are all my devices. I don't care if you see my IP addresses, because these are actually limited to my VLAN, right? You can go to that email address, you'll see it's on the 100 domain, which is like private to this particular VPN. And I have a number of them, and what I do is that I use VS Code's remote SSH feature. So how do I do that? I'm not sure if you can see. Yes, perfect. I do the remote SSH connect to host. The host is called Ubuntu KVM. It will open a window, and this actually runs VS Code. So this becomes a dumb terminal to my the Ubuntu KVM that you saw in the Proxmox installation. And another thing here is that because we have multiple clients, all of my clients get a separate VM, all of them encrypted at rest, like you mentioned, by locks. And anytime I need to, like even if I change machines, I never have to install anything because everything just runs on the same VM. So I just connect to that VM. And so what I do is, so this is now connected there. I open the folder, although this one has multiple projects in there. Where is it? I think. Did I run right there? Okay, it's fine. I go to the file system, I go to the Sail app. Sorry? Yeah. Now, what I will do is, I have a terminal, I have like all of these things. I go to Sail app, say. Another advantage of doing this is, so now one of my clients is running PHP, so it's a Laravel application. I'm never getting PHP to touch my laptop. Just get that away from me. It's work related, I have to do it, but it's never going here, right? I never get to install PHP on here. So I can do something like a vendor bin sail up. So we run this application. Then what happens is I can, for example, go here. Sorry. Stop this. I need to change it because I need to set the port. Okay. You don't have to see the text. So I can go to localhost. So it's not going to be running because, of course, it's running at home, and I'm saying localhost, right? Sorry? Yeah. Yeah, well, it's running inside, the Docker container is running 80, but it's exposing port 8080, I think. I typed correctly, right? I don't have my other glasses. Let me change my glasses, sorry. I can't see what I'm doing. Okay, yes. So this is the old one. Let me just do it again, because you're making me lose confidence in myself. Right? 8080. I can't see anymore. Yes, it's at port 8080. There. For us with bad eyesight. Okay. It's 8080. So the thing is, it's not going to run because it says localhost, right? So how do we fix this? What I really like for VS Code, let me just get this out of the way, is that it has something called port forwarding. So I can forward the port 8080. It's going to forward it to this computer's localhost. And if I refresh the page, now the Laravel application works. And this, I've been using this setup for almost 2 years now. Before, because VS Code, that code was quite recent. I think it was in beta and then it got, sorry, I can't see you. It got released to production like over the pandemic. I've been really using it. But before, I've been using something like VNC, Tmux, and all of these things. The Ubuntu KVM that you saw was actually installed since 1604 LTS. And it's been just upgrading. It's not very stable right now, like, because I added like a graphics card, and then I had to disable some things during boot because it's been very wonky now. So I'm waiting for 2404 to release, and then I'm just going to transfer things to that VM. But this setup, like I mentioned, is great for me to travel around. Do whenever I can. If I need a larger screen, because this is a small mobile screen, I use something like this, our Zopa monitor. So this is a Type C. Well, I can go for the shop. This is a very thin 17-inch Type C monitor. So I just plug it in here because it's Type C. It also supplies power to the to the monitor. It's something like this, something like a thin monitor which I can carry out. Of course, it adds bulk to my backpack, but if I know that I'm going to need like two screens, the Wi-Fi is not showing up. We'll make do with the thumbnails. Oh, it's gone now. Does Google have the cache, right? Something like this. So something like these monitors. If I know that I'm going to need dual screens, then I bring that plus a small phone stand, so that it's like it's a frame. But yeah, again, for 2 years I've been using this setup, and I thought I just wanted to share it with you. If you don't want any kind of PHP touching your laptop, yeah, just keep it that way. Yeah, that's my small presentation.
That's great. Thank you so much, Tristan. That's really cool.
Turn off my screen sharing, add you back.
And all right, so moving on. Hiring shoutouts, on HiveKind. You can go check it out. If you want to talk to a HiveKind employee, you can find Tristan here.
To HiveKind, go to hivekind.com/careers. We're looking for software engineers, both Rails and unfortunately Laravel as well. I mean, you'll probably, you'll start off with that and probably move you to a Ruby on Rails project afterwards. But that's what we need right now.
All right. And this is an old slide, and I tell you, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
it's not supposed to be here.
Yeah, gave a talk during that conference about passkeys, about not needing to type passwords anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
I was typing a password just now.
All right. That's it. That's what we prepared for you guys today, and hope to see you guys next month.
Yay!
Thank you.
Okay, I'll end the stream.